Hey guys, welcome back to the Pelatis platform video guide series. So in this video, we are going to talk about how to query the database and how to create a record in the database, the collection. So in the previous video, you remember that I created a collection and I created fields, the columns for that collection. So now let's just create records in that collection and query the records, right? So if you notice that there's this function let fetch weather equals this function, and then over here at line number 35 you will see this ob.db.create, right? So earlier we were just making a request to this third-party API and fetching the data, and I was just sending this data, this json.parse body 0 to you, not to you, to the front end, right, in the response. Now what I'm gonna do is uh, so I'm gonna just assign the fields of this data that we have received right into this data to be created object, and you can see over here the temperature we are assigning data dot the temperature and location Delhi India. So why I have hard coded this Delhi India is because I have also hard coded this code, this ID for this location, right? And also this wind speed data dot wind speed is I have assigned this value, and now I'm gonna save this object into the collection, right? So this is all the basically NoSQL database. So we use MongoDB behind the scenes, and it's a NoSQL database, and that's how you save data to the NoSQL database. It saves a JSON object, right? So if you don't know what NoSQL is, so please Google that, and you should have some knowledge about what NoSQL databases are. So over here again now, so over here at line number 35, you will see this ob.db.create. So this is a function that we are calling, right, to save our database. Sorry, to save data in our database in the collection. So OB is the object provided by the platform. So when this code executes, so this OB object is provided by the platform during the runtime, and ob.db. So db is the connection object, right? So and then we have this create function. So this create function is basically we pass the name of the collection, we pass the data to be created, and these are the options, whether the data is being created by admin and all. So these are some configuration options, right? And then this is the callback function that we have to pass to this function create function. So if there's an error, so send response dot send status 400, else just call this function fetch weather, right? So over here what we are doing is we are fetching the data from the third party API, and then we are creating a record of this data in the weather collection, and then we are calling this fetch weather function, which in turn is querying the database for the similar record that we have created. Not similar, exactly the same record that we have created. So over here, as you can see, it is, it's just all the Node.js that you write in your local. It's exactly the same. So as you can see that it's exactly the same Node.js that you write in your local. So consider this as equal to Mongoose, right? The way you access the object, the functions and the object inside Mongoose API. Similarly, we use ob.db.create, ob.db.find one to create and query the data respectively. So now let's just move on to fetch weather function now. So I made you understand that what's this this ob.create function does. So Whether is the collection name, data to be created, you are passing the data to be created. So basically a record will be creating with holding these values, and then the options, configuration options, and then error and document. So if error, then send the response of 400, send a status, sorry, of 400. And if not, then just call this fetch weather function. Then this fetch weather function, what it does is it queries the database. So this is the query object, right? So we are gonna search this record that we have created. So record has a underscore id in MongoDB. So that id is unique, right? So we are finding the document that we have created now by this id, and these are the find options. So basically if I undo this, so what it will do is uh, it will only return these values, I mean in the record. So it will not be returning any other value other than these. And then sort ascending, so if there are multiple records, then do sorting, right? So as you can see that I am calling this find one function, so it will be returning only one record, a single record, and it will be the record object that itself. So these are the find options, this is the query, these are the find options, and then this is the callback again. So if error, then send a status of 400, else just send the results, right? Send the record. So whenever we refresh the application, right, so it calls this route, and when this route is called, a record is created, and then the record is queried and is returned to you, I mean not to you, to the front end, right? So let me show you the weather collection. So let me open the weather collection. So over here you can see that all these records have been created. So I refresh the application this many times, right? So this is the list view of the collection, and if you want to see the form view, then this is the form view of the collection. So over here you can see the temperature and the location, right? So one more field is there, wind speed. It's not being shown in the form view, so we will have to configure it. So I mean in just a few minutes you can create HTML, and then you can create JavaScript, and then you can create an API, and then you can also create a collection on the fly. I mean you don't have to import any library and all, and then you don't have to do CI/CD, right? So there is no such I mean the whole development process is hassle free. So all is there inside the platform. You have to just you just have to come with your use case and start building the application itself. And so it's also easy to manipulate the data. I mean create a collection, easy to create a collection, easy to create a record. So we have these platform powerful APIs, right? So as I showed you, this is the platform API. So how readable it is, right? You have to just query, or you have to just pass the query object, name of the collection, and then find options, and then call back, and that's it. So you're not importing anything, so all of the code that's unnecessary, right? Importing libraries and all, so it's already taken care of by the platform. So when this application runs, the platform imports the libraries at the backend for you, so you don't have to worry about that. So I mean what I'm trying to tell is that this platform provides a very faster way of creating applications, from front to back. So that's the USP of this platform. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching.